Hey guys, welcome to my channel LearnTech. This is Sandeep Cole. I hope you all are doing good. So today's video which I am going to take is again on BMC Helix. It's a continuation of the business workflows where we are taking videos on BMC case management. So what we will see today, we will see a new feature in BMC case management, and then we will basically understand the whole case management process before we move on to the actual development of custom applications in BMC Helix. So today what I am going to explain you is about the notifications. So we will understand what are BMC notifications in BMC Helix, what are different types of notifications, how you define notifications in case management system. This is we are going to see. So this is a complex process for notification here. It's not the same way what we define in ITSM. So this is little bit different. So what we will see today is that how you define a notification, how you can then use it in your case management. So this is what we are going to see today. Okay, so let's get started. Now, for any notification, in all the advanced systems or in all the recent systems, there are certain changes which they have done. Earlier in, on BMC ITSM, what we used to do, we used to define a, simple notification, and then it, when it, like initially we used to do the customizations for the notifications. Later on in ITSM, BMC introduced RB, or some of, for some of the customers, we developed this as a custom solution, and where you have a notification template and then you use it and then you send the notification. Now in BMC case management also, the process is similar to what we have in ITSM, but here there is some differences there. So now for any notification to trigger for business workflows, first of all we have to define the events. So if I go here in manage events, I will see all the events which have been defined. I'll explain you what exactly is the significance, and then we define the template. So this template is nothing but a notification template. Okay, so first of all we have to define an event. Okay, so we need to first of all define an event. Once this event is defined, then we will create a notification template. So if I see here, there are multiple events out of the box which have been already created. So let me show you one. So first of all, you need to give an event name. For example, I would say, let's before going on to create something, so we need to first of all understand the purpose of the notification. So we know notifications are basically key indicators of something happening on a ticket. So what we do, how we use notifications in BMC system is, we define certain you can say certain statuses of a ticket. For example, the ticket is assigned to a support group. How the person will be notified? Either he will receive a text, or he will receive an alert, or he will receive a notification. So ideally we consider, as email notification as an ideal mechanism of notifying somebody about it, something happening in the ticket. So it can be a status update, it can be assignment, or it can be anything. So now we need to first of all define the purpose of the notification. So now in our example, what we'll say, that for example, when the ticket moves to pending state, or we have to send a notification. So I would say pending. So I'll give this an event name, notification. You can use any name as per the as per your convenience understanding. So I would say pending notification event. Now I need to define the company for which it is applicable. I can define it for a specific company, or I can define this as global. Then it will be accessible for all the people in the case management. Otherwise, if I define it for a particular company, then it will be accessible, or it will be used only by that specific company. So for me, I will use a global one. Okay. Then the status you can define. By default, it is enabled. Label, we will leave it as of now. And then some description about the event. So I will say I'll use the same as, event name. Now my event is, so I would say, let me search. So this is the notification event which I defined. Okay, now I have defined an event. Now what I will do, I will define a template. Now again, the template is basically the notification template where you will define what will be the subject, what will be the description, whom you want to send. This is what you define in a template. Okay. So if you see here, there are out of the box templates created here. For example, if I open one of the template, case agent assignment, if I open this template, so this by the name it says that this is an template for case agent assignment. That means when a ticket is assigned to an agent, then you will get this template invoked, and it will send a notification to the agent. So here also we can see it is assignee. Okay. So let me now create a new template and explain you. So I'll create a new template. So now for our example, we have to send a notification and the ticket moves to pending state. Okay. So I will give it a name. I would use the same name. So in case here, I would just template. It's up to you. You can, there's no need of mentioning this template or event name. It's just for understanding. I'm just putting it. Otherwise, you can define any name. Now, the template name is the name of the template. Description is a normal description. Module name. So in the module, I have to define in which module I'm going to use this template. So here you can see I have to define the module for which this template will be applicable. So for us, it is the cases for which we are going to use. But if we have to use it with other modules, then we have to select the other modules. So I will select the case. Okay. Then the default notification mechanisms. There are two notification mechanisms. Sorry, my bad. There are two. There are two ways by which we can communicate to the end user. So or there are two different notification mechanisms for case management. I got it right this time. So then this is email and alert. So email is a normal, email notification. Alert is something which you get in the in the application itself, like that bell icon where you will get the alert for approvals for any other things. Okay. So by default, we'll say email. Now you remember we have created one event in the event section, so we have to associate that here. So I would say pending, so notification event, this is my event. Okay. Now the status is normally active. If you are still defining it, then you can set it to propose. Company is global because we selected global company for the event, so it comes from that event itself. Now I have to define the recipients. That means to whom this notification should go. I can define my custom recipients here, or I can use either of these recipients. If I say assignee, then when the ticket will move to pending state, assignee will receive the, whosoever is the assignee of the ticket, he will receive a notification. But if I need to show you how to add a custom recipient, so you have to click here. Then you need to search for the individual, so you have to select company, then business unit, for example, then click on apply. Oh, I think I'm not getting anything for this one. So let me say facilities. I should get something. Yeah. So I got this user. So let me select this. And here I will save this. Okay. Now this user is added here in this box. So I have to check this. So now Daniel Jones is the person who should receive this notification. Or you can define your own. I can define multiple ways. I can also define the assignee manager, assignee, If I select assignee, it will go to the assignee also. So let me not select, I will select only the Neil Jones. Now we have to define the template, that what should be a message which will be sent to the end user. This is up to you. You can define your message here, what notification you want to send. So for the alert, it will be only this part. So I would say pending notification alert. I'm just giving it a random text, but you can define a proper way, notification in this, like, and make it bold. This, with this palette, you can define it the way you want this notification to user. For example, I can say here, hello, like a user. Then you have this some options also. You can insert fields. So in case management also, you can insert fields. If you click here, you can insert certain fields from the case itself. So here also you can say, for example, if I say assignee, so here it will, when at the runtime the system will run, it will change the this assignee to the actual assignee value in the system. So that also we can do here. Then also you can generate a clear link for the notification. Now this is up to you. You can explore this more. Or, you can, this is formatting of a particular notification. Then I would say regards. Okay. Similarly, what I will do, I'll copy this. I'll go to the email part. Now email has two parts. One is, subject, and one is the body. So body you can define of your own, and here in the subject I would say email. Okay, this is up to you how you define the email template and alert. So now we have defined both of them. We go scroll down and I will save this. Okay, now my notification event I have defined. I have created a template that is also defined. You can see here, now it has generated a template for me. Now how I will associate or I will link this with a case. So this is a very interesting part. In case management, how we define it. So for this we have to do some development. Okay, so let me go here in business workflows. I'll go to the Innovation Studio. Now there are two ways to define it. Either I will I need to go to case management service, because this is what we are using. Either I have two ways. Either I define a rule, new rule, which will trigger this notification, or I will define a process, and then in the process I will that process has to be called through the rule. So you have to define rule in any case. Okay, so let me I have already defined a process here. So let me showcase you how we can define a new process. I'll explain you. So let me click on this new process. So this is a very simple process. We already have a template here which we have to just reuse. Okay, I would say there is an palette here, send event, send notification. Okay, there are two things here. One is send notification, and there is send notification with using event. So we have to use this. So I will select here. From here I have to just attach it. Sorry, I have to just drag it, connect it with this one. Yeah, it is connected now. And then from here I will just edit this to end part. So this is start and this is end. Okay, this is normally in a process. Then you define internally the process components. Now I have to click on this. Now this process will send a notification using an event. So I can change the label here also. I would say here pending notification process. Okay, and Then I have to define the remaining process. So the most important is the event. I need to select the event which I need to call. So you remember we had created an event. So I'll click on this. We had created an event called pending. I would just say PND and search. So we had defined this event, pending notification event. So I will save it. Okay, now I need to define the module. So this is the same way we are using cases here on which it should run. Then you have to define the built expression. So here I need to define the instance ID of the record. So ideally what we can do, we can get the ID of the ticket. So we can say ID. Okay, so this is the process, notification process. So ID means the current ID of the ticket. And then when I will save it, okay, I need to provide the process definition name. So I would say pending notification process. Okay, so I will save this. Okay, now my process is saved. Now I have defined three things. I initially defined an event, then I defined a template with associated event, then I created a process in here in the processes part. Now what we will do, we have to trigger this event. Now how to trigger it, you have to define a rule here. Okay, now I can directly trigger this event from my rule, or I can call a process. So there are both options you have. So let me click here, new rule. So now I have to define the trigger. So I would say here after update, because this here you need to select the record event because this is a record which will be updated. So after update my process should call. So now I can say, now when the ticket is updated, I need to check like whether this when this a particular process is, when this when the ticket is updated, it can be updated for anything. Okay, it can be like when it goes to in progress, you update timeline or any other any other fields in the ticket, it is like it will be updated. So but I need to run my event specifically when the when it goes to the pending state. So for that, what I need to do, I have to check first. So this is the question mark palette you can use. So here what I will do, I will check the status. Check status. Okay. So I will click on the build expression. Then yeah, before this I have to, if I go trigger here, record event. So I need to select one thing, that is on which particular field or particular record this trigger should be applicable. So here I will click on add record remove definition, and here I need to select the case. So that means this will run when there is an update in the case. Okay, this I have to define. Then so after update case, that means after the update on the case, what I will do, I will click here on build as expression. Then in the case fields, I will check this ticket status field. Okay, where exactly? So there's a field called ticket status. Okay, this is the status which case will maintain. But here, it's storing the value in numeric format. So for pending, it is 4,000, I guess. Yeah, I have to check this. Sorry. So ticket status is 4,000. Then I will say okay. So this is basically a qualification which I am defining. So now if this is true, then what I will do, I can call this send a notification using event, select the event here, or I can call a process, or it's rather start a process. So I have a start a process palette here. That also, if I select here, let me remove this. I would say start a process. and then in the process itself I need to select my process which I have defined in my processes section, which is pending notification process. Okay, then this will directly call the event, and it will send the notification. I can also directly call it from here itself. So let's first of all check this part. So let me give this the name as pending notification event or pending notification rule. Okay, so let me see it. Okay, just I need to check one thing. Okay, my rule is saved now. I've defined an event, I defined a template, I defined a process, I created a rule, trigger rule, and I associated that process with it. This is what I have done up till now. Okay, just let me check one thing. I had defined already. Let me check one process. I just need to validate the value of that pending state, because this is took me, yeah, ticket status is, yeah, this is correct. Okay, so this is another rule which I have defined. It sends directly on, it's not using any process, so it is directly, directly sending an event directly from the rule itself. Okay, so let me do one thing now. Okay, now how to test this? Now let me go duplicate this. So now to test this, I have to go to the cases and I have to update it. So I need to go to the workspace, innovation studio. Yeah, just a minute. I will have to go to, yeah, let me open the cases one. So now I'll open any case. I'll move that to pending state, and let's see. For example, this is in progress currently. So what I will do, I will open this. It's taking some time. So here I will go here in the status, move this to pending. I'll put any status. Okay. Okay. Now how I can validate that whether my notification was sent or not. Okay. So there is a way also for that. What you need to do, you need to go to the workspace section, and here you have to go to workspace, and there is a notification library. We need to go there. So here in the notification service, so you can see this is you have multiple records, means the table. So then I will go here in the notifications, click edit data. I'll take a detailed video on this because this is the way you build a custom application. Okay, and then I will just sort this. Okay, so but now I have to, just a minute, I need to add subject template name here to understand if it is. Just a minute, let me notify listening mode. No, modified it is fine. I'll remove the unnecessary fields to make it much understand. Okay. Okay, now our template is not here. That means it hasn't worked. So let me go back to the innovation part, case management service, and let's see. I think we called the process and there is some issue with the process, but you can define it the process. What I will do, I will change it to the Go to the rules. I will go to pending notification rules. So here what I will do, instead of using the process, I'll remove the process. I would say notification. Let me send notification using event, and here I will select my event, the event which we defined, pending. Notification event, and here I will find the module, and here in the instance ID I have to select the ID. So I need to select, can say display ID, because this is the case ID, and then I will save this. Okay, this is saved now. I'll go back to the case. Currently this is in pending. I'll move this case to again assigned, save it, and then again I would move this to pending. Let's hope it works this time. Okay, so now, yes, so this is updated. Let me go here. I'll refresh the notification. Okay, so it is still not working. There is some issue with it. Okay, let me figure it out. There is some issue with this. I had defined one more rule. So I'll check it. I'll update you on this. So let me see what is the problem here. It's not working. So we have to check our process. Okay, it's not the. Yeah, I used a display ID. So we have to use the system ID actually. Already tested this rule. Just I forgot this part. So here, if I go here in send notification, so display ID, instead of display ID, we have to use the ID. ID is the internal ID of the case. Display ID is what you see on the front end. So it doesn't work on that. So there are a lot of things which you need to figure out. For example, this qualification, it does not work with, even though it will show you the status is there in the here in the qualification, even though it will show the status, but it does not work. You have to use the numeric value. I don't know why it is like this, but it is. Okay, now it's still in pending. I will again set it to assigned. Okay, so then I will go move this to pending, and then I would say anything, I would put error. So hopefully this should work this time. So then I would say yes. So you can see here, this is our notification record. If I open it, it will show you the, even though it will show your body as, it's formatting as an XML, but this is what we had provided in the, if you see here, this is what we had, this is the template, this is the template which we built, and here also it has defined this as bold characters. Okay, so now you can figure it out. For the process you can debug it. I think I'll know what is the problem in the process, but I want you to check it. In case you are not able to, I'll then help you. Then you can see, okay, now you can similarly define notifications, templates, events. Then you can use your rules and processes to trigger them. So now it's like for any case management, whenever you have a requirement to define notification different levels, you can define it. It's not only pending, you can define it any statuses, any field, any changes. then you have to define that in a qualification. For example, the assignee is this, then the notification should go. You can define the internal recipients or you can define the external recipients. Okay, so this is how the notification works in case management. I hope you liked my video, and keep following my channel. So in future, I would be bringing more such videos in on case management, and especially I'll be starting the most important part, which is the helix development. So where we will understand, like today in today's video, we saw different different places in innovation studio. We saw records, we saw processes, we saw rules. We'll understand that in depth, how you can define or create a new application like case management, that we will see. Okay, thank you, thanks.